You guys are seeing the ceiling. My white hair is reflecting and everything. So hi guys. How's everybody doing? This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and Scott and I had a little bit of a adventure today. We drove up to Greenville and I did a video, but I don't know if I'm going to share it. It was just kind of rambly. And anyway, I'll think about it. How about that? But we got done what we needed to get done at the little house for Scott's sister. And then Scott says, hey, you want to go play? We can go to Traveler's Rest. Hi, Carol. And go to the Goodwill. If you guys remember right, the Traveler's Rest, South Carolina, Goodwill is like our favorite one.
Best one, South Carolina.
Yes. So then after we went to Goodwill, we went to Pizza House and had spaghetti with meatballs and salad. And he's actually heating his up. We went ahead and brought it all home because there was so much left.
I'm gonna get 3 meals out of that.
I know. We're going to get 3 or 4 meals for both of us out of 2 dinners. Hi, Sharon. So we're walking around Goodwill. And Scott had to run to the restroom. And so I was waiting for him to come out. And this little boy saw me. And he started backing away really slow. And he got back over by his dad and had his dad by the arm. And he was probably 8 or 9. And I smiled at him. And he just got freaked out. And I totally forgot about my eyeball messed up. So, ready? See my eyeball? Looks worse down here. I'm ready for Halloween. I don't know what I did, but I came out of the shower and I saw it in the mirror and I told him, I said, he did not. I said, look at my eye. And he said, what did you do? And I'm like, I didn't do anything. So Scott looked it up on the internet, and people with diabetes can have this happen. It'll supposedly be,
A burst blood vessel.
it's a burst blood vessel. Your body takes it up again. It'll go from bloody red to yellow to it's gone.
And it happens more often with older people as well.
Yeah, older people. We're older people now. But that's all right. At least we're still here. But anyway, you guys want to see our huge haul, which is, I think, 3 items is all we got. Maybe 4. So I got this trim here. There's a bunch of it here, and this whole thing was $2.99. Scott's going for his spaghetti and meatballs. Trying to find the end, which is probably the part they have under tape. I hate when they tape stuff because it just tears the stuff up. But anyway, you guys can see it. I'll turn it this way. There you go. But it's a real pretty trim. And on the back it says make an offer, but must be for somebody else. And then, let's see. I found this little dress for 99 cents. And it's perfect for Project Dress-A-Girl because the Project Dress-A-Girl dresses can't have any buttons, zippers, snaps, any of that. It just needs to be a pull-on dress. So I thought these were just darling. And I love this one with the great big pocket on the front. And then this one here has these big pockets. And it has the doll's dress. But, you know, I don't see any reason to make the doll's dress because these little girls will be lucky, you know, to be gifted a little dress. So that was 99 cents. Oh, I did get 4 items. And I think my whole total, I'll tell you the total at the end. I was shocked. She charged me $0.25 for this. Look at that stitch work. There's the back. But there's that, and then there's another one on the other end. So for $0.25, I couldn't beat it. And it's on this kind of nubby fabric, which I thought was really cool. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, Carol, Kathy. There's 2 Kathys in the house, and Sharon and Mina. That's all I see so far in the chat. So that was a quarter. Now, those 3 items, let's see. The trim was $2.99, so say $3. The pattern was 99 cents. So that's $4 and a quarter, right? So what did I get for my last dollar? Because it was $5.23 was my total. You guys are not going to believe what I got for $1. This is denim. Look how wide it is. All right, so now let's see how long it is.
Oh, it's heavy.
1, 2, 3, about 3.5 yards. The only thing is if I remember right, no, I think it's about 3.5 yards, but I could have swore it looked like there was a cut out of it. There is.
Not very big though.
No, it's like they had 3.5 yards of fabric and they cut this much out. So what's that, about 7 inches by 25 inches off one size. So I had no idea what they charge because I rarely find fabric at the Goodwills. You know, you see sheets and stuff like that. So I told Scott, I said, this is real denim. And I said, I want to get it because I could make myself something out of this. There's plenty here to make something. I said, but I don't know how much it is. The little, you know how on the bigger pieces like this, they'll have a sign and they'll say aprons so much, curtains so much, sheets so much. They didn't have anything to do with fabric. She rang this up as an apron. She's charged me $1 for 3.5 yards of fabric. I was so tickled. I was like, I can't believe I got that. I can't believe I got that for $1. I was right giddy. And I got to scare a little boy. I didn't mean to, really. I'd forgotten all about my eye being messed up. And I was wondering, why is he so frightened of me? I'm smiling. I said, hi, how are you doing? And he just took off for his father. He was looking at me like, oh, I don't know you. You look like a zombie. And I was like, and then I got in the car and I said, oh, I forgot my eye looks like something from a horror flick right
Scary
now.
lady.
I scared that little boy. So we spent a whopping $5.23 at the Goodwill, and I probably have, what do you think? Denim goes for about, I don't even know what denim's going for right now. It's crazy expensive at Joann's. So anyway, I thought that was a really good deal.
Guess it varies by the weight.
Yeah, it does. This is really heavy. So I was tickled about that. And I was thinking I might combine this with the denim and make pockets out of this. Line them with a floral fabric and then stitch them to the front of this. I don't know. Those were just so pretty for a quarter. It's just a, what do they call those? A table scarf.
You can make you some working in the garden overalls.
I could make me some working in the garden overalls. So Angie's here. Let's see what else. While I got y'all here, y'all want to see my first Project Dress-A-Girl dress for this year? I've already posted pictures of it. God, that smells good. I can't eat anymore. I'm still stuffed. Here's the first dress. This light is something else. And I got this bias tape from a girl on Etsy, and it was ombre. So that's why this one looks lighter. It's not faded. This was an ombre effect on this. I did have some issues where I didn't have quite enough of this fabric, so I had to piece the front and the back yokes. So I have zigzagged and pinked the connection there, and I zigzagged and or did another row of stitching on here, but pinked it because you're supposed to finish all of the edges. It does have little pockets that are hard to see. That's another requirement for the little dresses, is to have pockets. And I've already put the Project Dress a Girl label on there, which is that little label right there. It has a little ruffle. And if I'd had more of this bias tape, I would have done this treatment on the seam around right here on the inside. But I did this where the ruffle is, because I figured down at the bottom of the dress, it'll get more wear and tear. So I've enclosed it in bias tape and then just stitched it down. So that's a nice thickness there. So this little dress will last a long time. Oh, the only other thing I did on side seams, this is a cotton fabric and it will fray. So I did French seams on the side seam. So I don't know if everybody knows how to do a French seam. You sew your seam wrong sides together about 1/4 inch from the edge. Then you trim that seam. Then you turn it like this and sew right sides together. And I love French seams too, because if you've got a fabric that's raveling like crazy, it's the easiest fix because it seals everything inside here. The important thing is to remember to trim the first seam that you sew in. So that's dress number 1 is done. And Mr. Scott has joined us.
Hi there.
And I have number 2 is almost done. Let me get it. This one still needs the bias tape, but it's going to have sea turtles on it. And you can see I've already got the pockets on. There's the Project Dress a Girl label. I don't know why we keep freezing a little bit.
Wow.
So I'm going to finish this little dress up and then I'll move on. And let's see. I'm not really going to do any art today. We're pretty tired because Scott drove basically for 4 hours today. You can come on camera with me if you want to.
I'm reading the whole chat.
You can be on. Angie says, will it fit you? Now, I'm sorry, Angie. I don't think it will. It's only like I think I cut a size 10 out. And let's see. I try to make sure they're good and finished. I'm going to say right now, I am not going to get 15 dresses done this year. If I get a half a dozen dresses made, I'd be thrilled. But I'm thinking it might be just 3 or 4 dresses. We'll see. I've been getting requests for other people. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to share before she picks them up. My friend that needed a special surgical cap because she has a smaller head and a universal cap is just, it kind of floats on her head. But she also needed the brim area here to thicken out so she could put her face shield over. That she has a full face shield that she has to wear when she's woodworking. So I made these. And what I did is this front section is basically 3 layers of fabric. And then I rolled it up. She said she wanted it to turn up 3 times. So I went ahead and turned it up and then I hand stitched it down. And she wanted it shortened front to back. So I shortened this. And so I'm hoping this will work for her. On the inside, it looks like this. And I covered the seam with the lining piece. I ironed it, and then I've hand sewn all the way around the brim, the top. So there's this one with the fox, the deer, the owl, the squirrel, and the bear. So I made that one. And then she loves dogs, so I made this one. So I'm kind of doing my hashtag Friday sews that today at Jen's Sewing Room has started. And I know Made by Pam, she does Friday sews and shares what she sews each week. So again, on the inside of this one, it's got this blue, and I covered the seam and hand stitched it. She's supposed to come pick these up. And that's what I've been sewing. And I'm going to put these over here. What else? Oh, I got Julia's mail. And Julia sent me this sweet heart of love. Isn't that beautiful? I love these where you do the weaving. And also in the envelope, she sent this beautiful artist trading card with a cat on it. And she said she couldn't add a zine because of the weight going over on her. That's fine. This is plenty. So I'm so glad she enjoyed the zines I sent to her. I got Mary's postcard because Mary was asking about that. And Lori, Paint Girly, apparently I won a giveaway for some bugs. And this envelope, I'm not going to pull them all out, is just full of die cuts of bugs. There's a beetle. These will be fun. And these cool leaves. These are cool looking. So that's what I've gotten in the mail. Oh, I also got a Crafty Angel gift, and I'll show you guys what that was as well. I didn't order this, and I was like, who sent this? And I now know who sent it, so you know who you are. Thank you so much. But it's the Premier 48 count Prismacolor new pastels. And I shared a video on how to use these in my group. So I would like to play with these some. So I might do a video. I've got to think of a setup because they said when you're doing pastels, it's best to have them up on an easel. So all of that powder can kind of just drop away down instead of laying and smearing color. And I think that's a really good tip. So thank you again, my dear, sweet, crafty friend, Angel. I am so tickled with these. They are beautiful colors. Let me show you guys the colors. They're the hard stick kind, but look at all these beautiful colors. It's got some really lovely skin tones up here, neutrals, and some blues. There's not a whole lot of greens, but the blues and the pinky purple range is beautiful. So thanks again. And what else did we want to share? Anything? If I could haul you guys into the bathroom, I would. We might do a separate bathroom update.
There's not a whole lot.
There's not a whole lot to update, but y'all had asked, and you haven't seen the bathtub put in, so we might close this video down.
Yeah. So the tub is in. The tub is set. The original tile in the bathroom was where they floated mortar over metal lath. So I'm going with cement board and tiling over that. So I have to build the walls back out so that they meet where the new tub is.
Because it's like that far?
Yeah, on the back it's about 1 inch and 11/32. So it's just a whole lot of fiddly work with cutting little strips and filling in and building that wall out. And I'll have to build the window frame out so that all the trim lines back up. But I'm more than about halfway done with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then drywall, I have to hang drywall, hang the tile board, finish the drywall, and then I'll put floor tile down first, I believe.
Okay.
I did reset the stops on the door so the door closes properly. I've been fighting closing that door for
Since
20 years.
1996.
I finally looked at it and said, why don't we just reset the stops so that it'll shut?
How many years did you say?
20 something, I guess.
Yeah, 26. We've been here 26 years. So, yeah. The shower heads come in.
Yeah, the shower heads came in.
The shower heads came in. Faucet came in.
We
picked those up. The plumber's been back. And because we haven't done a report of him coming back. And he did the rough in, put the, what is it called? The thing in the wall.
The control valve?
Yeah, the control valve. He did that. And they dug up our supply line from the meter to the house. And so now we have really good flow. So somebody can draw water in the kitchen and somebody can take a shower and nobody's going to get burnt.
Nobody gets scalded.
Nobody gets scalded anymore. That was always a rude awakening when somebody used that kitchen faucet and they were in the shower. Ooh. And Greg has his, he's not real keen on how weird, he says the tub is weird because it has kind of a curved out side. And I really like the way it looks. Scott likes the way it looks.
Oh,
Greg thinks it's weird.
Angie, I wasn't playing a game. I'm not a gamer. I don't play games. I was just searching for somebody on LinkedIn, see if they had a LinkedIn account.
Yeah, he doesn't do games.
No.
He doesn't do sports. None of that.
No.
So we do things.
We do what brings us joy.
Yeah. Yes, we are too. Now we're all drooling about that first soak in the tub. It's just gonna be great. Angie said she was joking.
Oh. Well, yeah.
And the cats missed us today. They've been acting like royal pains in the patoot.
I finally broke down and fixed my desktop computer.
Yep. Yeah.
It wouldn't boot. It had a hardware fault. So I took it apart and I replaced the bad capacitors on the motherboard. And there were 2 bad capacitors in the power supply. Now it works perfect.
Yeah. And then he got an ad from Dell.
Newegg
wanting us to buy a $1,500 computer or something. And Scott was like, ooh, save myself $1,500.
I had enough parts in my stash of stuff that I fixed it for free.
See, he has a stash too. Don't let him fool you. I might have all this, but he's got a garage. He's got stuff in the bonus room. He's got another shed and another shed, got toys in it.
It's not as bad as Becky makes it sound.
Well, neither is my stuff, even though there's this here and then this stuff in the back bedroom.
Just think Greg's going to have to go through all that one day.
Good for Greg.
Good for Greg. Greg's sort of a hoarder. He might not ever get rid of anything.
He probably won't get rid of anything. If it's here and he inherits. When I go on my Pinterest, on my tablet, my screen goes white.
Who gets the first soak? Let's do it together.
Yeah. I don't think we'll fit. We used to.
We used to fit.
But not anymore. I don't think either one of us could bend our knees to both get in the tub anymore. Put it that way. TMI, I know, but whatever. Bernie.
Well, it was about saving water.
Yeah.
Well, it was mostly about quiet time without interruptions. You could actually sit down and chit chat.
Well, y'all know how Mary talks about Dee Dee's Society for Creative, or what is it? Idea Keeper things. I made Arne and Carlo's idea book, and I just followed their instructions and sewed this book up right here. And this is leatherette that Scott has. And then I've got prints that one of y'all sent. But this book is made of just old scrap paper, notebook paper, different papers I've picked up. But I put interesting articles, just random stuff in here. I'm got a picture of this quilt because I thought it was cool and very basic.
I don't know anything about tablets. I've never messed with tablets.
No. This quilt looks really easy because it's nothing but strips of fabric across. But then I've been collecting quotes for more rocks. Because Scott and I both love dropping the rocks for positive.
Oh, that's such a fun activity.
So that's all I have, I think. You guys got any questions for us? I love that one. Shine on, you batshit crazy diamond.
I lost more weight.
Yeah, he's been losing weight. I've been losing a little weight.
So,
but more than anything, the blood sugar's really good.
Yeah, I was 230 before I started this new medication. Now I'm 203.
Yeah.
And prior to being 230, there was a time I was about 250. So, yeah, I'd love to be under 200.
Carol's telling me I might need. Are you saying I might need to do a video? Their book is really. You make this just like a regular book. I can't remember how many signatures are in here, but each signature is 6 pages, and you sew it with regular sewing thread. And so there's a ton of thread at the back, and you coat it with glue, and you let it set, and it was a lot of work. So I might not make another one of these, but what I like is it lays flat. And this piece of canvas came from Gina. Gina Aaron sent that to me, and I just cut a piece and I'm using that. And it was drop cloth from her studio. So when I ripped strips, I thought it would be even, but when I tried to stick it on here, you can see it's loose, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's tighter at the top, looser at the bottom, but it still looks pretty cool.
Howard was going to snitch some of my water.
Was he?
Yeah.
He says, no, I wasn't. I'm just sitting here sleeping. Dad's lying. I was not going for the water.
I have my water right here. I looked up and he was walking up. He was fixing to stick his head down there. Snitch water.
Well,
he snitches coffee. He'll
take
drinks
your
coffee.
Yeah, he'll take your coffee if you don't watch it. Oh, thanks, Peg. Well, we try to keep an eye on it. I might message my nurse practitioner about this eye situation and just tell her, I've researched it, and if it doesn't go away in a couple days, I'll go in and see her.
It already looks a little better.
Yeah. Last night, it was really, really red. It's kind of scary. But I felt so bad about scaring that kid. I really did. Hi, Devin. Hi, Suze. Susan Gerald's here. Hi, Shannon.
Oh,
Art
Nina
Junkie.
Paris says that Mikey tries to get her tea.
Mikey tries to get your tea. Howard's a coffee lover. Man, if Scott gets up before me, I can hear him and the cat talking about making coffee. And I'll be laying in bed listening to them discuss how they're going to get the coffee made.
It's mostly me.
It's mostly you making the coffee, but Howard has a lot of input.
Howard goes, yeah.
We went for a walk at Timmerman Trail the other day, and I posted a whole bunch of pictures of mushrooms. So if you guys want to utilize those pictures anyway, feel free. I put them up on Instagram. I think I put it on Instagram and it goes to Facebook too.
Photos of the fungus were just so colorful. I just couldn't believe the variety of the color on the fungus that we were looking at.
Yeah, we've got green ones, red ones, yellow ones, beige. And what I thought was cool about the picture of the beige mushroom is if you look really close, there's like these funny looking little orange flies on there. Oh, I left my book in the car. That last book I posted about that I bought because of Dee Dee, you guys, it's a great book. And we might start working through doing the homework type activities together. We might not do all of them, but the ones that I feel could be easily expressed and shared, I'm going to do, I think, because it's a lot of...
I'm not an artist, but I tell you, I don't think of any better place to get inspiration on color than to go out into nature and see what nature has provided us. It's just amazing the variety of things that you see and the color combinations and how pretty it is.
Susan said they used to forage morels.
Yeah.
While we were walking, there was a gentleman with purple hair, and he was collecting.
The man with purple hair.
We need to try to figure out what those mushrooms were. They were kind of gelatinous looking and orange yellow.
They were
orangey yellow looking.
Yeah.
I wish I understood more about mushrooms because I would love to forage, but you can really make yourself sick by getting the wrong things.
They weren't that.
No, they're not morels. I could have told you that. They looked kind of bumpy, and it looked more like the kind that doesn't grow from the ground, like he got it off from a log. To me, at least. We've got a book on mushrooms, but I don't know if there's any color pictures in it.
I would have to stand up.
I'll go get it. Entertain them.
That's them right there. Hurry back. You're losing your fan base.
Oh, I am trying to get around all this stuff Greg's got up here.
They were chanterelles. Chanterelles. That's what I think they were. That's what they look like to me.
You got a picture?
You betcha.
This book has got a lot of information, but it's... Yeah, that does look like what he... Yeah. That does look kind of like what he had. We tried to take a class at the zoo, and
that was a flop.
It was like just basic information that we knew. It wasn't an in-depth talk on mushrooms at all. This does have some pretty pictures in it. That looks like that one there.
He's over there going.
I know. Howard nurses in his sleep.
I can hear him. He is so funny. That cat's great entertainment.
Yeah, we know. That's why we don't try to do the wild harvest of mushrooms. I'll go pick blackberries because I know what blackberries are. I have experiences with that, but I am not gonna do mushroom.
I have experiences with blackberries.
Yeah, we do. Howard wants some coffee. I think I think he got traumatized too because while we were gone, it rained, and him and Callie were under the couch. Tippy's not afraid of anything. Tiffy's a tough little character, but the two bigger cats, they go jump, and they're under the couch.
I want to. The thunder will be so far off we can't hear it, and all of a sudden that cat will be asleep and he'll sit up, and then a ear will go. He go. He jumps down and hops under the couch. He looks back like I'm going in the bunker.
Scott got me this book years ago, and I need to sit down and try to read it. But it's that type of book that I can only read like a page or two because I have a problem with reading. Not that I don't understand what I'm reading, but I fall asleep while I'm reading. If I try to do more than 2 or 3 pages at a time, I'm nodding off. It was all I could do to take a philosophy class and get it read.
No purple ones. We saw some purple ones.
Yes, we did. The green ones were the ones that really tripped us out.
I've never seen a green mushroom.
Well, give me my phone. I think they've all seen the pictures already anyway. Now, I did some videoing up at the little house, but I was not sure whether I'll share it or not. We'll see. Adele has had a ton of trees cut down, a bunch.
So there's a lot of brush still needs to be cleared.
Yeah. I was tempted to pull some to the street so they could pick it up next week, but she's going to be going up there.
She'll be up there tomorrow.
Yeah. It's warm in here.
It is.
I turned the AC back up to 75 before we left, so we need to.
Well,
I'm trying to.
you're radiating much heat over there.
Am I?
It's your fault.
It's my fault.
It's your fault.
Okay. You say so.
Oh, yeah. The psilocybins.
Yeah, there's the green mushroom, which I need to turn the light down on this.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to do it on here.
I don't either.
I don't either. But the pictures are up there. I've never seen a green mushroom like that.
I could probably figure it out, but I'm just not that interested in figuring it out right now.
I love that.
I love those little red
Look at the
mushrooms.
little millipede was coming up on
Those two
it.
look like they're joined.
They are. Thought that was interesting.
Did you show that?
It's online.
It's online.
Little mushroom. And then on this one, there's a little millipede coming up on it. It just looks cool.
Oh, Mary's in.
Where?
No, Mary LT.
Oh, hi, Mary. I got a bargain. All right, you'll have to watch at the beginning. So what else did we do? We tried to get out of Greenville and back into the Columbia area before 5 o'clock, and we made it.
So I set up a wireless access point in the garage up in Greenville so that we can
Get some cameras.
hook up a wireless security system up there. There's been a break-in. So.
Yeah, somebody broke into the garage, stole the whole
Stole
toolbox.
all the tools.
All the tools are gone.
Yeah. It's a
So
big roll-around box full of tools.
yeah,
Not mine, but still.
yeah. So we need to help Adele out, and we were almost halfway up there today, and she called and said she wasn't going to come up until tomorrow.
Not feeling well.
She's not feeling good. So, but she's got to be there tomorrow for the termite inspection.
Yeah, termite man's got to be there. So my sister had the foundation fixed on the house.
So I
it's
might
not all
share
springy when you go walking across.
I'll share that video because I did a video.
Yeah, they did a real nice job. I was pretty impressed.
So that'll be an upcoming video that you'll know what's coming in it because we're talking about it, but you'll get to see it that way.
Oh, the squeaky chair.
Oh, it's that chair.
Yes,
that's Howard's chair.
Howard's chair.
It doesn't roll anymore, so it's Howard's. It's Scott's butt is probably going to be covered in cat hair because that is Howard's chair. When I'm at the desktop behind Scott, there's a desktop. When I don't want to look up like I have to on this table, I sit over there and I'm on the desktop. And the keyboard over there is better. But then that chair is next to me, and that's where Howard sits.
I like a keyboard when I'm working, a desktop when I'm keyboarding and doing some office type work.
Yeah.
Laptop seems to suit me more if I'm just playing around, watching videos and randomly searching whatever nonsense pops into my head.
Like, what happened to Becky's eye?
Yeah.
I don't remember it being like that. I think what I did is I was trying to scrub my face really good and my eyes were itching. So I scrubbed too hard and I think I broke a vessel in my eye.
I searched the other night for bad capacitors and I discovered the Bad Caps forum, which that's led down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this one doesn't, and I can go.
Oh, Mother had a rocking chair that she'd rock us in when we were sick and we were little kids, and it squeaked.
Yeah.
It's almost like a little comfort sound because that was Mama taking care of me when I was little and I was sick.
Sneak peek for Friday. Next block. Woohoo! Actually, this is the striped version. That's the regular stitch that we're going to learn this week. It's hard. The light is just reflecting off, but that's it. And then the striped version. So this one, I don't even remember what it's called. Hang on. Oh, it's a Tunisian reverse stitch. I have not even gone out and looked for a tutorial on this. So I'm hoping mine looks correct.
The instructor job at Millis Tech interview went very well.
Yes.
So I think I'll be teaching classes in October.
And he's starting with one class just to get his feet wet. But then there's other opportunities in that.
It's an easy class. It's an introduction to electronics. Well, easy for me.
Hi, Kinter Crafts. Long time no see. How are you? I checked my blood pressure. It was 123/75.
Yeah, so
that was the first thing I pulled. I have a blood pressure cuff, just for that very reason, to check it. I do take blood pressure medicine. He takes blood pressure medicine. What else? We saw an absolute ton of development.
Oh, I just couldn't believe the number of subdivisions going in.
The woods that when we used to come out of the neighborhood up there, we'd come out and there would be a whole strip of woods to the left where we'd pull out to go to the big clock. If you guys remember that, there's not a tree left standing.
That has to be about a 50-acre tract.
Yeah, not a tree left, nothing. And they're putting a housing development in there. And if you go to the right, there used to be a Save-A-Lot up there across from the Kimbrels next to the mortuary. Guess what it is now?
It's Goodwill.
It's a Goodwill. I could have walked to it if we lived up there still. So we didn't stop at that one. We talked about it, but then he went to the left and we went to Traveler's Rest, and then we went to lunch, and then we came home.
That lunch was delicious. I love their sauce. Nice and fresh.
And what else did we do? Nothing. Drove.
Drove.
My gosh. As you're coming from Greenville to Columbia, they're working on the road between a town called Chapin,
And
Newberry, and Columbia. So you get funneled down, and then the lanes switch back and around, and
well, it was just glassy smooth.
it wasn't. It was like we were on a cow path.
I thought I'd suddenly transported to upstate New York in the winter or something with all the heat.
During mud season. When
mud
there's ruts and you're going like that.
The whole trip.
The whole trip's like that. And you have to have feeder buses to get the kids like me that grew up on a basically family road with your name on the road, your last name, and then the school bus. There was no way that school bus could have got up over the hill and down the hill, and then it's just oh wow, we were just amazed at in between the Little House and Traveler's Rest, there was like 4 different new townhome communities going in we'd never seen. And there used to be woods there. It's just all flat, and they've just got townhomes, because that's the new thing with young people. When they first get married, they're not interested in getting a house like this. They just want a townhome, and usually they just want to rent. They don't want to own anything. They just rent so they can easily move. But you said that a lot of young people are doing contract.
A lot of them do the gig economy. And, like if you're a software coder, you just travel from gig to gig and live in temporary housing.
The trip was just today.
Oh, yeah, it was just a day trip. I was just going up to help my sister.
Yeah, it's 2-hour drive up, 2-hour drive back. So we were 4 hours on the road today. That's one reason I'm not going to try to do any art. Is we're both pretty tired. All I did was road, but it was exhausting. The traffic was exhausting.
Yeah.
And at one point they said for all of the big trucks to use the left lane, and I think it's because the right lane was so tore up.
This is just an observation, but I'd say over the last 2 years, the general rudeness level,
it's out of hand.
It's just gone way up with people. I don't know.
Yeah. I think people are impatient. They're in too big of a hurry.
Stressed.
They're stressed out. A lot of people just seem to go around just angry all the time. They're just angry. And I don't have time to be angry like that all the time. Susan says she gets tired with driving and riding. We could never be truck drivers. I couldn't do that. I mean, I drove to upstate New York by myself and back, and that your chest hurts, your back hurts. You just hurt. I just could never do.
Sitting up high in the big rig with the big wheel.
No. It was bad enough in a luxury sedan. But we had a great day, got some amazing bargains. I'm still giddy over the fabric. So I don't do Twitter. I always I told Scott, I said it's just a bunch of twits on Twitter, just running their mouths over everything.
I like Reddit and Quora.
Yeah.
The Quora Digest.
Yeah, exactly. That's why a lot of really beautiful antiques end up at Goodwill. The antique malls are packed. The antique mall we go to, that one guy, he just keeps piling stuff up. You can't even shop his booth. If he's there, he says, make me an offer and I'll let you know if I accept it. And we're like, we have to work to even find things in your booth. You ought to just have a discount and clear some of this out.
Jealous of the down.
Yeah, I'm still so happy about that. So I have plans to work in that book that Dee Dee recommended and do some of those activities with you guys. Other things I have planned is more Project Dress a Girl, our Tunisian crochet. Oh, the fabric you didn't buy?
There's
Well,
nothing haunts more than the fabric you didn't buy.
well, that was an unbelievable deal. I bet we wouldn't have got it with the other lady that was taking forever.
No.
So it's kind of good she was taking forever because we got a fresh cashier that just wanted to make the line move. So I'm pretty happy with it.
That particular Goodwill is always clean and reasonably well organized.
Travis Ross?
Yes.
And they had shifted everything.
Yeah.
The clothing aisles used to, as you walk in, they'd run this way. Now they run back and forth and face the door.
It makes more sense.
Yeah. It's easier to watch too for people stealing stuff when you can see down the rows like that.
I hate theft.
I know. They were saying earlier, Kathy said there's nothing worse than a thief. And you could see where they just cut the...
Yeah, they cut the hasp with a bolt cutter.
So Adele's got this new lock that works pretty good, but...
I found a little small flashlight on
that wall.
retaining wall. I think they probably did this at night and left that little flashlight there.
Yeah.
And the oddest thing, there's a Black & Decker circular saw in there that I've never seen before. I was wondering if they were going to use that to try to break in if they couldn't cut the hasp. And they probably carried it in there and left it while they were stealing all the other stuff. They stole my sister's bicycle. There was a great big tool chest full of...
They stole a TV?
TV, yeah.
Yeah.
A few other little things.
Oh, Carol had to go. Bye, Carol. All right, guys. I think we're going to let you go. We might come back on in a little bit and just kind of show you the bathroom. It might just be a short where we say, this is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
We can do that. So thanks for being here and hanging with us for an hour. And if you missed the beginning...
Really?
Yeah, 55 minutes, 53 minutes. But if you missed the beginning, we have a very small 4-item haul that's worth going back to watch. So we'll see you after a while. Thanks for watching. Bye.